Hey everybody, I'm back. It's day 6 of my 9-day challenge. It's going pretty well. Today was weights and measures day, which is very exciting. I have some good news, woohoo! I've lost a further £3 and a further 4 inches, which makes it £9 and 10.5 inches over 6 days, which is amazing. I must admit, I'm pretty blown away by it, to be honest. I do feel less bloated, I feel energised. I've been working really quite long hours this week and I've not felt tired at all, which is really surprising. But I suppose it's not surprising because I know how this programme works. I understand scientifically how it works in the body, so I can see how it's giving my body everything nutritionally it needs to work effectively. It is just difficult to get your head around when you're not eating more food, how you can actually feel more energised. Anyway, I thought I'd just quickly touch on today some of the reasons why dieting doesn't work or why people don't lose weight, because it's really it's a really big problem. We have a lot of people who are yo-yo dieters or people who just think that they're eating healthily and don't at all. Well, there are a few reasons why people don't lose weight. One of them is basically they cut out key food groups. So they join these slimming clubs and cut out key food groups, which is not good. Your body needs all these different nutrients, but in a particular order and in particular certain amounts. It's really important that you don't cut out things like carbs, for example. A lot of people starve themselves, which obviously is not great because your body ends up retaining the fat so you don't lose it. A lot of people eat too much sugar or quick release carbohydrates, or they're eating things that they think actually probably are okay, like processed foods that maybe it's a ready meal that says it's got X number of calories in, but actually you're not getting the nutrients you really need in that. So quick release carbs, sugary foods and processed foods, not great if you want to lose weight. You might think that's stating the obvious, but some people will still eat white bread, white pasta, and wonder why they're not losing weight. And I'll explain the reasons why in a minute. The other thing is a lot of people eat the right foods, but they're not actually eating them at the right times of the day, or they're not eating them with the right food groups. And I'll explain that again in a second. And then finally, a lot of people drink too much tea and coffee and maybe sugar-free drinks, thinking that that's okay. The problem is tea, coffee and sugar-free drinks have the same impact on your body as, or a similar impact on your body as a chocolate bar, which again, a lot of people are quite surprised about. So how does this work? Well, basically, we've got 2 glands. They're sort of like tiny glands, sort of walnut size, that sit on top of our kidneys. They're called our adrenal glands, and they help to deal with our stresses. Now, all the sorts of different ways of eating I've just explained there are all stresses on the body. So what happens when you eat those foods? You basically spark the adrenal glands into action, and those adrenal glands dump sugar into the system, or tell the body to dump sugar into the bloodstream. So that gives us a sugar high, and that makes us feel very energized, but very temporarily. And what goes up's got to come down. So when we've had this sugar high, insulin's sent out to take that sugar away because we don't need it for energy, because we're sitting at our desks or watching TV or whatever it might be. And that insulin takes the sugar away and puts it into storage, and usually that's around your waist. That's where most people carry their weight. Now that gives us a sugar dip, and that usually sparks us into cravings. So things like coffee, tea, we go for a cup of coffee, cup of tea because we feel like we need something to give us a pick up, or it might be a chocolate bar or a packet of crisps. So that's why the cleanse that I'm doing is really interesting, because it helps to stabilise those blood sugars and helps to stabilise your metabolism. If you're going up and down like that on a roller coaster all day, it's going to really sap your energy, and it's also going to disrupt your metabolism, and you're not going to lose weight by eating like that. Some people, they'll eat a lot of fruit throughout the day and think that they're eating the right things. Well, fruit's actually really high in sugar. So if you are going to eat fruit, you need to minimise the amount of fruit, and you need to eat some protein with it to stop that sugar high from happening. So those big fruit eaters out there, it's not necessarily as good for you as you might think. So The cleanse that I'm doing, the way it balances the metabolism is it stops those blood sugar ups and downs. It's retraining the metabolism to work properly, which then allows us to lose weight. So you can see how important that is after what I've just explained. It stops cravings because of the nutrients that are actually in the products, and it makes sure your body's getting everything it needs nutritionally. So you're really being filled up by the right things over a period of time. Now, you're not necessarily eating all these things in the normal format that your body knows it in, but it is in an easy to process form so that the body can break it down very easily and utilise it and make sure it's getting what it needs to be able to stabilise that metabolism and help you to lose weight. I'll go into some more detail tomorrow in tomorrow's video about how that actually works and how the different products work. But hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight to those yo-yo dieters out there, those people who think they've been trying hard to lose weight, how that's probably the reason, or those are some of the reasons why you're not losing weight. So certainly the 9-day cleanse that I'm doing is a fantastic kickstart to help get your metabolism back into a decent state to start that weight loss process, and also the sort of like healthy regime process. Anyway, I hope that was interesting, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.